Watch yourself out there. Lunar night is coming. Stand by, Alpha Team. We've got visitors.
Mayor Tranquilitatis Logistics to incoming transition. Please state your intentions. Over.
Alice to MT Logistics. We have received clearance and hold a signed contract with Mr. Holloway for our mining operations in this designated sector. We're here to commence our activities as scheduled.
MT Logistics to Alice. We weren't informed of your early arrival. We've just finished building the elevator for your drones to access the underground facilities. At the moment, all the electricity is being used to charge the batteries as we prepare for night. We can't route power to the elevator right now. I suggest you keep your mining buddies in orbit for the next 2 weeks while we wait for the sun to come up, sweetheart.
We made it here right on schedule, but waiting for the next morning on the moon, a whole 2 weeks of downtime, is utterly unacceptable. This could jeopardize our entire mining contract. We need a better plan. And the name's Alice, not sweetheart.
Hello everybody and welcome to The Crust. So before we get started, I've just shown you the little intro to the storyline that they've now put in, and today we're also going to be bringing in a giveaway. I'll tell you a little bit more about the giveaway once we've done a little bit of an intro, and I'll want to talk about a few things with The Crust as well. Now you may be asking, why am I starting all over again? Well, because there is so many additions and upgrades to this game that we can't keep up. Like I try and do a campaign, and a couple of days later, they've already added more stuff to it. I don't mind because that means we've got more stuff to play with. However, it's very hard as a content creator to try and keep up. So let's get into it and see what the storyline is all about, which is a new addition if you haven't already played it.
Good afternoon, Director. This is Alice, your Vice President. We have a bit of a situation here, but I'm already on it. First, let's test our connection. Give this dialog box a click if you're hearing me loud and clear, then we can proceed. Connection solid. That's a start. Give me a few minutes to secure our landing clearance. Feel free to soak in the sights while you wait. I'm sure you have a great view of the moon from your orbital station.
Okay, that establishes us on an orbital station, so we can see top down, obviously.
So, Robert, do we have a deal?
Let me be clear. A 2-week power outage equals job loss and a costly lawsuit for me. I don't care who you are, get Holloway on this. But no power for you and your toys until sunrise. We just don't have extra electricity right now.
Look, Robert, you and I got off on the wrong foot. Our drones were originally designed for autonomous construction and repair, and we've brought the necessary resources. Grant us landing permission, and we'll handle the power situation ourselves. This benefits both of us. More solar panels for you, and we could land our toys and get going. They also can handle the repairs. So, should I update Mr. Holloway on our successful collaboration?
All right, Alice. You have permission to land. Make sure your fancy drones don't break anything. Over and out.
Director, it's your call. Permission to land has been granted. Show this Bob the Builder that we can fix this.
Objective achieved.
Okay, right, let's find our cargo
Here's a place to land the pods near the elevator. To do this, click on the notification on the left side of the screen and select an appropriate location.
So that's actually the start of a sort of a like tutorial for the beginning of the game, as you can tell.
Your primary responsibility is to ensure resource extraction and processing in our logistics hub on the Sea of Tranquility. Currently, it depends on external supplies. If you can address this issue, even partially, rest assured, we'll secure long-term contracts for you in the years to come. I personally vouched for your mission to the board. I'd hate to send you home with nothing. Better help me convince these old-timers that you are a promising team and your work is the future.
Absolutely, Mr. Holloway. Both the director and I are immensely grateful to you. Our focus is on establishing a long-term partnership, and we'll do our utmost to make it a reality. You can count on us. To get started, select Director, place the holograms of solar panels on the highlighted sites. Our drones will pick up necessary resources and begin construction.
Okay, we have to follow this, obviously, with it being a part of like the tutorial, we have to get it done. But it doesn't take too long, thankfully. This is the one thing I do like. I've gone through this a couple of times. The thing I do like about this is they don't drag you through unnecessarily in the tutorial, and you get going pretty quick on what you need to do. You can obviously speed stuff up as well. This just gives me an idea on the setup of things, though. I'm not sure what are their production. Nice. So they have a lot of it on the surface, which I can see. There's a hell of a setup here on the surface. Just gives me some ideas. Okay, objective achieved.
Would you look at that? They've actually built them. Not a bad start at all. Alice, can you hear me? Your drones did a good job. Faster than I expected. All the energy from these panels will go to you. But if you want to work at night, you need to take care of saving it now. For this, you're going to need some batteries.
Well, thank you for your unwavering faith in our abilities, Robert. And I hope we've convinced you that we know what we're doing. And now our suddenly efficient drones will be busy building batteries. Director, he's absolutely right. A night on the moon is almost 14.5 Earth days without the sun, and we do need batteries. Build 4 of them next to the solar panels.
Okie dokie. And build a charging station as well. Let's speed her up. There we go.
Objective achieved.
Well, your drones really know how to build. Now use the wiring tool and connect the solar panels and batteries. Next, you just need to power up the elevator and you'll gain access to the underground level.
Switch to the utilities mode and select the wiring tool. You can right-click to quickly
There we go.
Now that everything is up and running, let's get down to business. Switch to the underground level by pressing tab.
Objective achieved.
Okay.
Great. To start mining, build the drone configuration module. The elevator transfers power from the surface to the underground level. No need to worry about that.
Now our drones should come in. There we go. Let's speed her up a little bit again. There we go.
Now wire it to the elevator to power the module.
We've done that.
Pardon my curiosity, but how are you going to extract lunar regolith with cargo robots? I'm far from a robotics expert, of course, but it seems like we have more questions than answers at this point.
That's an excellent question, Robert, and I'd be delighted to answer it. However, I need to wrap up some things first. The drone reconfiguration module allows up to 5 drones to be converted into mining drones and vice versa.
Okay. Convert 4 drones to mining drones.
Now let's have the drones excavate. To order the drones to start the excavation, you need to use the highlighting tool and mark areas for digging, and the mining drones will do the rest.
There we go.
Robert, to answer your question, our company has been providing repair and maintenance services for robotics and mining equipment for over 10 years. We were involved in the development and maintenance of technology for lunar mining along with the first industrial expeditions to the moon, even before the construction of the space elevator and the full-scale development of the moon by mankind. And I'm pleased to inform you, Robert, that by pooling our vast experience, we have been able to develop and implement multifunctional drone technology that can be re-equipped for a variety of tasks. Did I answer your question in enough detail, or should I send you a set of materials for review? I can throw in a set of coloring books especially for you, so you can quietly make your downtime in the workplace more enjoyable.
All right, Alice, I get the hint. You do your job and I'll mind my own business. By the way, I'll grab a few coloring books as souvenirs for the kids. I'll be heading home in about 2 weeks.
Okay, let's get...
Director, I understand that I can be difficult at times, but your Alice is quite remarkable. She reminds me of my ex-wife.
We're all still on the same channel, Robert.
So, what's up with those coloring books?
I'll send them to your wife along with some flowers. She's not likely to get them from her husband. Wait. We're getting distress signals from everywhere.
Oh,
Director,
that
the
screen
alert
shake's horrible.
system isn't malfunctioning. We have to check.
This is an emergency broadcast. We have detected an imminent asteroid collision with the moon's surface. We are currently assessing the extent of the damage and the number of casualties. At this moment, our teams are working tirelessly to restore communication with lunar outposts. For those still on the moon, be aware that we are mobilizing all available resources to assist you. Conserve your energy and ration your supplies until further notice. Additional information will be provided as the situation unfolds. Stay tuned for updates. Over and out.
I repeat, Crust has declared a state of emergency of the first degree. Commercial shipments and cargo landings are prohibited. All complexes, resources, and facilities on the moon are now under Crust control. All remaining facilities should switch to emergency frequency and report their status. Conserve energy and resources, and await further instructions.
What's happening? Director, can you hear me? We're receiving reports that a meteorite collided with the moon and the state of emergency has been declared. Director, confirm you're on the line right now. You could have done it more quickly and spared me the worry. Director, there's still no signal from the personnel of the base. I'll try again, but my hope is dwindling. Robert, come in. Robert, do you copy? Robert, damn it, come in. There appear to be no survivors. I'm glad you were on the orbital station when the collision happened. I suggest you stay there as long as possible. We should try to hold out until logistics with Earth are restored. Start with electricity. We still have resources and functional drones. That should be enough for a few solar panels and batteries.
Okay, so this is kind of like where you break away from the tutorial. That's the word I was looking for, and you start doing your own thing. Now, obviously, we can scrap all this once we get research, but right now we don't have research. So, a lot of this is still here and in the way. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to build here. And I'm going to build as if they're going to be mediums, because we're going to replace them at a later stage. It's going to be a 3. There we go. Batteries are not a problem.
By the seismic activity, the meteorite impact occurred on the far side of the moon. We're lucky it happened so far away from our mission, but the strength of the blast wave raises a lot of questions.
And we're just going to do some temporary wiring for now. Then I'm going to bring the wiring down here into our usual thing. I think we need another charging station, so I'm going to place a charging station there. We'll wire that into there as well, and we'll set it on its way. Let our drones work away. Let's get it fast forwarded.
Is that all the head of the research department can say? Somewhere far away there was an explosion and we don't know the cause?
Scientists are working with proven facts, not speculating on fragmentary evidence. Much more data would be needed to reach the conclusions.
Okay. We now have power. And we now have batteries. So it's going to start charging up our batteries. And hopefully we've got... Yeah, we're at the start of the daytime. Now we need that one to be built. And then it'll connect everything. We should probably put... I'm going to... I can't.
Objective achieved.
That's fine. Right, we've got power going. Modules that need repair, so let's repair the module.
We have electricity, but our resource reserves are almost depleted. We need to restore production as soon as possible. Let's start with repairing the elevator to gain access to the underground level. Then build a charging station for the drones.
Yeah, we've done that. Come on.
Director, we're getting word of supply shortages from almost everywhere on Earth. The explosion cut off most of the supply channels from the moon. Millions of people are in need of resources, and we can satisfy that demand. Supplies used to run through the contract system, but it came to a complete halt after the explosion. We might be able to fix that.
Okay.
The explosion destroyed everything on the surface, but there may still be mining modules underground. We need to go down and see what we have left.
Objective achieved.
Director, we need to reconnect the power supply to the underground level. Connect the elevator and electrical pole with wires so we can see the scale of the damages.
Okay, we can do that. There we go. Power
That's better.
is now
I
restored.
see that we have a module to produce smart concrete, but we have an urgent need to resume production of steel and silicone.
That's these two here.
Director, I have an idea. First, convert 5 drones into miners, and we'll proceed.
The drone reconfiguration module allows up to 5 drones to be converted into mining drones and vice versa.
We have smelting furnaces, but to start producing any resource, the relevant oxides are always needed. We will now mine them with the mining drones.
Okay.
Director, we have access to iron and silicone veins. Assign drones to mine the resources from the veins to supply the processing modules with raw materials.
Okay, we can do that.
Enter excavation mode and assign mining drones to mine resources directly from a vein.
So again, it still acts
You
as a
can now watch
tutorial.
mining drones extract the oxides, and working drones deliver them to the smelting furnace.
There we go. So we have to produce steel and silicon to complete the aftermath of the disaster. So it still holds your hands a little bit.
Game speed by selecting the desired speed using the interface or the hotkeys 1, 2, 3. This feature can help speed up the building process. Alternatively, you can pause the game to plan your future base at a relaxed pace.
Yep, we got that. We should be far off having silicon production. So this is obviously a slow process, but we'll be able to expand on it shortly. And it just holds your hand a little bit, which is good. At least you know what you're doing. But this thing is so intense. If you've seen some of my previous videos, you'll notice that there's a lot more you can do.
You can never have too much smart concrete, so it's worth spending time to produce it. For this purpose, we have a pressing module, which may not be the most efficient way, but it's good enough to start with. The pressing module requires only regolith, which is a type of lunar dirt plentiful here. Assign mining drones to the evacuation so that we have the resources we need. Free drones will deliver the regolith to production themselves.
Okay. And I definitely said evacuation then instead of excavation. So we just got to wait for it to produce smart concrete. So we can make that a little bit quicker if we drop these down. So if we drop these down to 1 each, they'll start doing that here. I do want to just produce electricity charges.
Director, here's the latest news regarding contracts. To resume shipments to Earth, we'll need to restore communication and significantly expand production. If we manage this in the near term, I'll negotiate an extremely lucrative contract with the aerospace company FASM. They've lost their supplier and are willing to pay generously for an urgent order. I'm still looking into the matter, but be prepared to devote all resources to this effort if you want to maximize the benefits. I'll return as soon as new information becomes available.
Okay, I got it. I'm going to do a charging station down here as well, so the drones don't have to keep going to the surface to charge. So if they're working on the surface, they'll have a surface charging, and if they're working down here, they'll have one down here. And you see our smart concrete is producing a lot faster now because we've got drones digging out this area here that we had. Here we go. Let's see what we can get. 2 more and then we should be on to the next job. Here we go.
Objective achieved.
Well, that's a start. There should be enough smart concrete for the first time.
And they can continue digging that out so we've got some more space. A battery drainage.
Director, we have a
Oh,
message
enough.
on the emergency channel. I'll put it on the screen.
Attention. This is Arthur Moore, commander of the Hope 2 orbital station. The station has sustained severe damage from multiple collisions. We have lost key control modules. A hard moon landing will occur in the coming weeks. Request assistance from anyone who hears this message. All crew members are ordered to take shelter in Block 4. I repeat.
The debris from the meteorite impact must have gotten Hope 2. I'm already contacting Crust to report it.
Director, my name is Clyde Draper, and I lead the Crust search and rescue operation. We are aware of the situation with Hope 2, and are already developing an evacuation plan. There's still a chance to restore resource mining and production at your facility, and it's in our mutual interest for you to assist us. We need a place to accommodate the rescued crew, and your base is the most suitable candidate for this. Crust will provide you with the necessary equipment and scientific resources to carry out the assigned tasks.
Okay.
With all due respect, Director, I do not share your doubts. People are in danger, and if it's in our power to help them, we must do so.
With all due respect, Alice, altruism has clouded your judgment. Crust is clearly asking for grant aid that we cannot afford right now. I suggest we focus on restoring production and resuming shipments to Earth, where resources are urgently needed right now. Also, I've negotiated a prepayment with FASM. We can use their funds if we start reestablishing the contract system now.
But all you care about is profit. If that's the case, think of the technology Crust will provide. It's worth as much as our base in its current state.
Do we pay a fair price for their technology? Don't forget, Director, by accepting Crust's offer, we will allow them to decide how our base is developed. We'll have to focus on the construction of the living quarters and postpone the expansion of high-tech manufacturing and investigation of the meteorite case.
Crust is going to accommodate the surviving Hope 2 crew members at your base in exchange for equipment and technologies for us to carry out a rescue mission. If you accept Crust's offer, you will lose access to the FASM contract, for which the corporation is willing to pay upfront.
Okay, so you get a choice now, which I kind of like that. You get to direct where you want to go. For this run through, we're going to focus on restoring supplies to Earth. We will do another run through for the crew at the base, and you can see what it gives you.
I hear you. Crust is capable of organizing a rescue operation independently, but the explosion damaged the system for communicating with the nearest facilities. You need communication for full operations on the moon, and we need it to rescue the crew of Hope 2. Your base is the closest to the repeater, and we can provide the equipment for the repairs. It's a mutually beneficial proposal, Director, but I understand if you want to discuss it with your colleagues again.
Okay, so we can talk to our colleagues. Let's go ahead.
If we decide to resume supplying, we'll need to interact with others to share the resources, and to do so, we have to establish communication.
Fixing a repeater is no big deal, but the Crust equipment isn't just lying around. We've already been offered it twice. There may not be a third time.
Crust is requesting your assistance in restoring the communication system on the moon in exchange for equipment to perform work on the transponder.
Okay, so we don't really have a choice for that, so we'll take the
Pleasure
offer.
doing business with you. We'll send you the rover scout and the coordinates for the repeater shortly.
Don't call me cynical, but the best we can do under the current circumstances is try to salvage the equipment that miraculously survived.
Well, let's not waste any time. Professor, you prepared a research plan before starting the expedition, didn't you?
Absolutely. First, we need to increase production. We have smelting furnaces, but we need extractors and refineries to extract the oxides.
Okay, right, so this is where we start really
Director,
ramping stuff up.
Research underground mining and place 2 extractors on the iron and silicon veins.
Okay, so that's going to be in our next episode. This one we are done with for today. We've had a good look at it. Now, I mentioned there's a giveaway. All you need to do to join the giveaway is if you hit the Discord link in the description below, go to the channel that says freebies. You'll see a message in there that all you have to do is basically respond to it. You put like a little click on the bottom of it, and that is it. You're entered into the giveaway, which I will draw in the next week or two. Good luck to everybody who enters. Hopefully you will enter, as I'm giving away a free key to the Crust, completely free, to one lucky winner, and hopefully we'll have some more keys on the way as well. So good luck to everybody. Thank you for joining me for this. Remember, you can hit that subscribe button to the channel if you want to see more content. Remember, my memberships is also only £1 to join me, and you get some little bits of background stuff that goes on as well, and also more giveaways. But until then, make sure you hit that thumbs up, like the video, leave me a comment, let me know how you think, and until next time, everybody, take care for now. I shall see you on the next one. Bye bye for now.